Okay, so I'm here with Sandra, and Sandra is going to share her testimony today. So, Sandra, can you tell me a little bit about your life before you got saved?
I was raised in church, and as a little girl, at a young age, I did give my life to the Lord. And being raised in church, I knew where to go when life got rough and tough. And as I grew, I was tempted just like anybody else, and I went for those. I was one of those that if I want to do it, I'm going to do it. I don't care the consequences. You can ask my parents if they were still alive, they'd tell you I got a lot of whippings. But anyways, I'd go back to the Lord and ask for forgiveness, and I'd feel His presence, and I would know I was saved. That's just how I knew. I felt His love. But when I fully, 100% gave my life to the Lord, my life was in shambles. I had broke my morals. I always have morals, even though I did get high and all this other stuff. And I was praying. I kept praying every day, Lord, forgive me. I didn't get that peace that only comes from Him. He's the only real peace you'll ever find. You never find it anywhere. Nowhere as I've looked, I've tried it. Maybe not every single thing, but I guarantee you I've tried a lot of different ways to find peace, and He's the only real peace. But anyways, I went a long time trying to find it. And He was saying He's tired of playing games. You can't use God like a yo-yo. You can't pick Him up and then just throw Him away because you see a temptation you won't run after. You have to give Him your whole heart, 100%.
So, what happened that day that you decided to give Him your whole heart and stop treating the Lord like a yo-yo?
I had committed adultery to my husband, which I loved. I loved him when it happened. It was just something that the devil had done because my husband, he was doing a lot of drinking at the time and staying gone. And it's not his fault. I'm not blaming him at all for what I did, but it did play a part. I was lonely, and I was getting flirted with, and the temptation was there. But I just couldn't receive the peace. When I'd pray for forgiveness for that, I was ashamed of myself because that was a moral that I never broke. Even with just a boyfriend, I didn't cheat on those either. It was the first time I broke my morals.
So, how did you get back in right standings with the Lord, Sandra?
That was Him. I wasn't even praying at the time. I was just on my way home. And He just came like a rushing mighty wind, like the Holy Ghost. And I just felt Him. And that peace that you get when you know that you're forgiven. It was just all over me. My hands was in the air. My van was going around curves for a whole mile. That's no lie. God drove that van while my hands was in the air. And I surrendered 100%.
Praise the Lord.
Not to say I hadn't failed Him, but yeah, I'm living for Him. I'm not turning back.
That's good. So, what would you say your life's like now? Or what would you say to anybody watching about your life now?
If you're searching for peace, that's where it's to be found, is Him. You cannot get it anywhere else. It might be a temporary feel-good, but you'll not have any peace, no real peace. The only real peace is Jesus.
Praise the Lord. Thank you so much, Sandra, for sharing your testimony today.